NFL's biggest disappointments after 4 weeks is from PFF. They say Amari Cooper, Cleveland Stars, experienced considerable decline in almost every metric. Receiving grade from 79.6 to 62.2. Yards per route run from 2.21 to 0.86. Passer rating when targeted from 88.3 to 66.8. Drops have been the backbone of his trouble, with 4 passes not hauled in, most in the NFL. I know you've talked about this on the Locked On Browns podcast. Do you think they could revisit potentially trading Amari Cooper?
Look, we're never going to know. You know what I'm saying? You're never going to know. But, once basically we knew, that Cleveland had spoken to San Francisco, and Cleveland went so far as to say, this is what we will give you, and even went so far as to offer a contract that apparently Brandon Ayuk's camp, agreed to. But there was the problem that Brandon Ayuk necessarily did not want to go to Cleveland. But where does a team go from there? Where does a player go from there? Amari, the confidence was probably already shaken. They don't want to commit to me any further after this year. Oh, wow. Now they're possibly thinking about replacing me and moving me. And then the fact that the Browns came in and said, oh, well, here's a little more guaranteed money for 2024. That really is not going to undo the first 2 things that happened. Once you kind of, get a little, disheartened and, a little, upset, that wasn't going to change things overall. My thinking on this is you're not playing very well right now. And we're working on trying to get Amari Cooper out of a funk and playing at a better level, which seems kind of weird because we're not willing to commit to Amari Cooper for the future. We put a big investment into Jerry Jeudy, and I don't think he's getting the targets he deserves. We're trying to see what kind of player Cedric Tillman could be, and he's not getting any targets. Elijah Moore, and understandably so, his father took to social media on Sunday. His son's in a contract year. He got 1 target. Jamari Thresh doesn't even dress. So how are we supposed to evaluate any of these other wide receivers, in equating, what will be the ultimate decision for Amari Cooper? And how can we're not, none of this is working out, because any of the decisions they're making, they're not really lining up together. I'm all for Amari Cooper playing better. That would be great for this team. There's no question about it. But, if you weren't going to resign him over the summer, then most likely you're not going to resign him for next season anyway. And now we have a bunch of younger guys who are not getting the work that they desperately need. So what are you going to do? Go out and go bring in 2 more wide receivers next year? Just the whole handling of the situation, it's just not working out very well, in my opinion. And I understand that maybe we're just trying to do anything we can to get another win on the board. But, look, Amari's play, there's no way around it. It's certainly been disappointing, even though I think he's looked significantly better against the New York Giants and the Las Vegas Raiders. He's another one on that last play. I'm not exactly sure what route he was running, because I'm pretty positive in the route that Jordan Akins was running. I don't know if Amari got bumped, and maybe that threw off what his route was supposed to be on that 4th and 3. But we've all seen the very best of Amari Cooper over the last 2 years. Nobody is fooled. We know we're not getting that type of play this year. Is it still in there? We're not sure. But you're also doing a disservice to a lot of other players on this roster by trying to force feed him more touches than maybe you can count on him to give you the appropriate production for.